Opening with the queen's pawn controls the center and usually leads to a more positional development of the pieces. d5 establishes a presence in the center, controls the e4 square, and opens up the light-squared bishop. The queen's gambit offers up a wing pawn to attack the center and distract black from the e4 square. In the Slav defense, c6 supports the d5 pawn. Nf3 controls the e5 square and protects the d4 pawn. Nf6 develops the knight toward the center, adds support to the d5 pawn, and controls the e4 square. Nc3 attacks the d5 square and starts to fight for the e4 square. Dxc4 captures the c4 pawn and opens up the center. A4 stops the b7-b5 advance, which would have allowed black to keep the c4 pawn. Bf5 develops the bishop and controls the e4 square. Ne5 places the knight on an active center square where it attacks the c4 pawn and the f7 pawn. Nbd7 develops the knight toward the center, attacks the knight on e5 and defends the knight on f6. Nxc4 captures the c4 pawn and places the knight on an active square where it controls the e5, d6, and b6 squares. Qc7 develops the queen, stops bf4 ideas from white and controls the e5 square. G3 prepares to fianchetto the light-squared bishop to g2, where it will control the center from the long diagonal. E5 takes space in the center, attacks the d4 pawn and allows the dark-squared bishop to develop. Dxe5 captures the e5 pawn and attacks the knight on f6. Nxe5 captures the e5 pawn and attacks the knight on c4. Bf4 develops the bishop toward the center and pins the knight to the queen. Nfd7 defends the pinned knight on e5. Bg2 places the bishop on the long diagonal in a move called a fianchetto. G5 attacks the white bishop to unpin the black knight on e5. This wins time by threatening a bishop and forcing it to move away. After all captures, this is an equal trade. This is the only good move. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. This is the only move that works. Castling gets the king to a safer square, out of the center of the board, while also developing a rook. Castling queenside tends to be more active because the rook is closer to the center. This threatens to reveal an attack on a queen. This activates a queen by developing it off of its starting square. This threatens to kick a knight. This stops the opponent from being able to reveal an attack on a queen. It is the last book move.